You're listening to the Midnight Progressives. It's 12 a.m. Do you know what your elected official is doing right now?
Hi, we're the Midnight Progressives. It's late. We're doing good. We probably should have practiced. So, what about us, Kate? I'm Jason Schaver, you're Kate Johnson. We know that. They don't.
Right.
But really kind of got into politics this last year.
Well, how couldn't you?
I know. I've never given a shit about politics in my life until Bernie Sanders came along, and I finally felt like I had of someone who, like, oh crap, I agree with him on lots of things instead of like one or two, you know. I actually believe that he gives a shit about us.
Yeah, it's not just some suit that pretends they care and then, you know, they just...
Cory Booker.
Well, yeah.
Good luck with your pause.
Right.
From taking pharmaceutical money. Notice he didn't say he would quit. He said he'd pause.
Well,
what does that even mean? Well, I know what that means. He thinks we're stupid. And that's fine, because we've been stupid for a long time. We're also big fans of the Young Turks.
Oh my gosh,
We watched a documentary last year.
Mad as Hell.
Mad as Hell. It was about... I always want to call him Sank, because that's how it's spelled. But it's Cenk.
Yeah, I think that's
okay,
right. Yeah.
Cenk Uygur. That documentary and how he built that little media empire is just really inspiring. And then, you know, we saw that last year, and Bernie Sanders coming along, and just really, I just feel really informed now, and I'm mad.
Well, yeah.
I liked it better when I was stupid and happy.
Well, I think we also have kind of a unique perspective, too. Because we come from Trump country, we're right on the border of Illinois and Iowa, and there are a lot of evangelical Christians here, and we are working poor by definition, and it's really challenging to be progressive in this area and not feel like a complete outsider.
Yeah. That's very true. So we got a couple stories we want to talk about tonight on our first ever show, Midnight Progressives. What do you got for us, Kate?
Well, as the Senate pushes to repeal and replace Obamacare, a few Republican senators thought this would be a great time to make a profit.
Ugh.
According to The Intercept, Mike Conaway, a Texas Republican and member of Speaker Paul Ryan's leadership team, added a health insurance company to his portfolio. An account owned by Conaway's wife made 2 purchases of United Health stock worth as much as $30,000 on March 24th, the day the legislation advanced in the House Rules Committee, according to disclosures.
You know what that sounds like? Insider trading.
Yeah, but...
They should make a law against that.
Yeah, they should. Health industry stocks, including insurance giants like United Health, have surged as Republicans move forward with their repeal effort, which rolls back broad taxes on healthcare firms while loosening consumer regulations which prevent insurance companies from denying coverage for medical treatment. United Health has gained nearly 7% in value since March 24th. Yeah. Conaway's office did not respond to a request for comment.
But if they would have been like, fuck off. We don't care what you think.
Senator Conaway wasn't the only one profiting from this. As the healthcare system overhaul advanced last month on the other side of Capitol Hill, Republican Senator James Inhofe of Oklahoma purchased between $50,000 to $100,000 in United Health stock.
Okay, not a big fan of James Inhofe, but I will say he has the coolest middle name ever, Mountain.
Yeah.
I will make a kid someday named Mountain.
Senator Inhofe has a financial advisor who makes transactions on his behalf, and these transactions are disclosed as required by the Stock Act. Inhofe's spokesperson told The Intercept. The transaction you reference was routine and made without the senator's prior knowledge or consultation.
Okay, sounds good. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, moving right along.
No, I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure he didn't get in touch with his financial advisor and give him the heads up.
Right.
It's like they're not even trying anymore to hide it. Like, in the good old days before the internet.
Right.
We just ate up everything they fed us, and we were fine with it. And now it's like, they just don't even feel like they have to try. They're just like, oh, we're lying? Well, we don't care. Bye.
Right.
Bye, fellatio.
This senator also was one of 9 senators that voted against the Detainee Treatment Act of 2005, which prohibits cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment of individuals in U.S. government custody.
Well, that's odd. That's odd coming from him because of all that time he spent in Vietnam.
Well.
Oh, wait, no.
Well, he was a member of the Armed Services Committee.
Oh, so I'm sure he's seen a lot of action.
Well, who knows?
Because anyone who's ever been in a war probably is like, we don't want prisoners being raped and beaten and tortured. Like, no real military man would be in favor of that.
Right.
Because they don't want it happening to our boys.
Right.
So what do you think about that, Kate?
Not a fan of...
Mountain Inhofe?
Not a fan.
James Mountain Inhofe.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but I don't understand how they can profit from this and get away with it. I mean, isn't the lobbyist money enough? You have to make more money off of the stocks,
plus,
too.
I would just be happy making the $175,000 a year they make.
Oh my God, I know.
But then they get their donation and their bribes, and then they still gotta make money on this shit too. All while kicking 23 million people off of healthcare, which is evil.
Yeah, I mean,
to put it mildly, it's evil. I mean, I don't think these people are stupid. I think they're evil. Because we're always saying like, oh, politicians are so stupid. They're so stupid. They're not stupid. They're doing what makes them the most money.
I think that they're just so out of touch. They think that people like us are so far and few between and just out of their sight line, so anything that doesn't affect them.
Well, remember when John McCain was running in 2008 and he thought middle class was anyone who made $5 million or less? Woo! Hey, cuckoo bird.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh
Thank you for your service, but holy shit, you're out of touch.
Yeah.
Woo! That's just they just don't care about us. They aren't worried about us.
No, and
it's like with most Republicans or most politicians in general, but I generally see this more from the Republican side. They don't really care about an issue until it affects them personally.
Oh yeah.
And it's really frustrating. I almost liked it better when I was ignorant. I was so much happier.
Well, you have to pay attention now because this is definitely going to affect us. I
mean,
I'm working 2 jobs right now as an independent contractor, and you're on the Affordable Care insurance. Yeah. So, I mean, if that goes away...
I don't think it's going to pass, though, unless they really bribe the shit out of some people, because I did read in an article, it's like, McConnell was saying, but we set aside $188 billion to help get this passed. It's like, what does that mean? Like, you going to be bribing people?
Right.
Or adding a lot of shit in the bill that has nothing to do with it? That's just... Ugh. Well, I mean, but the 1% need that tax cut. I mean, the guy only has 3 yachts. They're laughing at him at the country club he owns.
Oh, poor guy.
Poor guy. All right. What else we got? I'm over that.
The Good Samaritan.
I want a happy story. Let's end on a positive note.
Well, this isn't going to be...
Oh, Jesus, Kate. Ugh.
The Good Samaritan beat down in Florida.
That sounds positive.
Yeah, well, it's Florida, too. So, CNN report.
This happened a few weeks ago. I know the report we were reading said over the weekend, but it actually happened on June 24th. It's a couple weeks old.
Oh, okay. The Good Samaritan in this case was Utpal Patel. Was watching a softball game with friends in Lakeland, Florida over the weekend when he noticed a 2-year-old girl walking around the sports complex alone, according to a statement from the Lakeland Police Department. Concerned, the man approached the girl and walked with her in an attempt to locate her parents. One independent witness confirmed this to authorities, according to the police incident report. The parents of the girl were told that their daughter had been seen with the man walking towards a playground, police said. The parents believed that their daughter was being kidnapped.
Because, if you're going to kidnap a kid in front of its parents, you stick around. and go to the fucking slide.
Right.
Instead of getting the fuck out of there.
Right. Sergeant Gary Gross of the Lakeland Police Department told CNN that the girl's father and some of his friends took the girl and attacked the man. Lakeland Police said in their statement that this incident truly involved a Good Samaritan trying to assist a lost child finding their parents. Ugh. So when the family of the little girl found out that Patel was not going to be arrested, they took to Facebook to smear his name, calling him a sexual predator and wanting their friends to run him out of town. One very incoherent post said, "Let's make him go around on here to help keep all babies safe from this piece of shit."
And then they were like, "What? Use your not
use your
mouth
big boy words,
breather words."
Gross said the post suggested that people band together to run the man out of town. They never got the chance. The man and his family left town on their own accord, afraid for their lives after receiving threats.
The guy made a Facebook event called Angry Mob, and let's go Angry Mobbing tonight. Oh, I'm definitely interested. Let's go.
According to Gross, the father of the little girl hasn't expressed any remorse for attacking the Good Samaritan.
Of course not, because then he'd have to admit he was a shitty dad who wasn't watching his kid. Kids wander off. It happens. But just own it.
Yeah. He says that I still believe that my daughter was being kidnapped. However, the police say that he just is not listening.
Ugh. Yeah, this guy sounds like a real winner. In another article we read, he said, 1 minute she was there and the next minute she was gone. It's like, how many minutes were in between those minutes? And if he came over and grabbed her right by you, that's even worse that you're a moron for not paying attention. But, 2-year-olds wander off.
Absolutely, yeah.
And witnesses say that he was, trying to genuinely help. And I would have pressed charges, man. I would have sued that fucker for everything he had. I would have got 2 broken cars on his front yard, all of his broken refrigerators, all his Make America Great hats. I would have got them all. Grab Trump by the pussy shirts. I would have got everything.
In custody of his 2-year-old child.
No, I don't want his rat baby. Bless her heart, though.
Oh, boy.
No, she got bad genes. So, well, that was a good story to end with. That made us happy.
Well,
not really, but
no.
We didn't really come up with an ending, did we?
No, we didn't.
Well, I saw a couple memes this week that I think are funny and I'd like to share. Here's a meme I really liked. If you can afford to buy a senator, you don't need a tax break. How truthful is that one?
Oh, boy.
And then this other one I liked this week. I like this one too, of the kitten. In 1968, the U.S. minimum wage was $1.60. If it had kept up with income growth and distribution overall, it would be $21.16 per hour now. Instead, it's $7.25. The kitten is only here to get your attention. And then my favorite meme of the week. Oh, there's one too. I want to play this one too. This one's not funny. Why is the U.S. the only major country without universal health care? The healthcare industry ranks number 1 in total lobbying. That's disgusting. Well, that's all we got for this week. If you like what you hear, we'll keep putting these out. You're getting at least 10. Because I'm not quitting until we have 10. All right. With Kate Johnson, I'm Jason Schaver. We are the Midnight Progressives. And we'll play you out with the smooth sounds of smooth jazz. Have a day.